And on a day Russian President Putin is coming to India, business is one of the big discussions and possible focus point of meetings here. Russia is one of the biggest trade partners of India, and both India and Russia, they have already reached earlier target of bilateral trade of $30 billion and have now set a new target of $50 billion to be achieved by 2025. To discuss more on India-Russia business and trade ties, we are joined this morning by Ms. Olga Kulikova, Business Ambassador to India and member of General Council of All Russia Public Organization for Business Russia. Good morning to you. And first question is, President Putin is beginning his India visit. In what business areas and areas of economic interest India and Russia can cooperate? We want to know from your side.
Recently, over the past 71 years, India and Russia, they have worked really close on their relationship to make it to the level of very special and privileged. And still we are on the way there. Right now, we have a wide range of different aspects of strategic cooperation. For example, military security cooperation of different spheres of economy, energy, industry. However, to my mind, I think there are also new areas of economic cooperation between India and Russia, and that could be innovation, technologies, digitalization, and the infrastructure, and also absolutely the alternative renewable energy sectors. So I think that is absolutely a future to our multicultural cooperation.
And reports say negotiations for a free trade agreement with Russia-led Eurasian Economic Union, EAU, date will start soon. So how crucial it is now for India-Russia trade ties?
To my mind, it is absolutely important. So Russia is India's biggest trade partner among Eurasian Economic Union nations. So, and this union has already entered into free trade zone agreements with Vietnam and Singapore, as well as a temporary agreement with Iran. And free movement of goods and workforce, I think, will be great both for our countries. And the creation of free trade economic zone between India and the Eurasian Economic Union countries will allow boosting the trade, I think, the total turnover to $15 billion. And I think at the start, it will be extremely beneficial both for Russian and Indian economies to make at least temporary agreement with India for the Eurasian Economic Union, like with Iran. So I think that as a first and important step, that would be absolutely crucial for both countries.
And how can the business ties become more important looking at the recovery in post-corona period? That's a very important time overall for recovery in both economies.
Well, of course, after COVID times, things will not be the same again, and we all need to change as well as the time requests us to. And I think that after post-COVID times, of course, that would be the question of supply of natural resources in Russia-Indian collaboration. That would be more and more important because of the global market changes. And for example, as India has increased recently the purchase volumes of coal from Russia. And in return, I would say India can be regarded as a partner for various construction projects that take place in Russia due to the lack of more than 1 million workers.
Well, India has a massive startup culture and a dominant services sector. Also, can Russia be the next natural market for Indian startups? They're quite bullish already on looking at new markets. Can Russia be one of the new markets for them that will have good returns for Indian startups?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I actually think it is a very interesting idea. And right now, I think Russia can be a really good landing place for Indian startups, and which is even more important, and the entry point for to all other Eurasian Union nations. I think that's, first of all, because of the historical positive experience of Russian-Indian cooperation. And secondly is that we both know that Indian startups using Russian infrastructure can achieve really good results. And as an example, in Skolkovo, Russian largest startup hub, right now there is a program for landing foreign startups, and I'm sure, and actually I know there is a program that helps Indian companies to start their experience in Russia, and I think it can be a really good start.
And India and Russia were great business partners, as we all know, in 1980s and 90s, but somewhere the trade momentum was taken over by China and US. So how can that momentum be brought back between India and Russia?
About bringing back the momentum of cooperation, that is actually what I've been working on for the last few years. To my understanding, that is absolutely true. That in previous decades, a Russian-Indian cooperation that was more, close, and somehow now we are trying just to catch up. And in my personal opinion, we have very good potential in that, because actually Indians and Russians, they're very much alike, and that can be actually the best grounds for making all this cooperation boosted.
Well, thanks, Olga, for talking to us and getting us important perspective on this important day. WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.